Alright, let me check how this looks on YouTube. Let's see.
Perfect. That's the best my layouts looked. Cool. Cool. All right. With that, live from Minnesota, it's Smashurday Fight. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to week 15 of Smashurday Fight Live. And if you missed the end of the last stream, you may be wondering why I am on Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and not Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, there is an explanation. But first, I guess I should explain, for those who have never seen a Smashurday Fight Live stream before, what is Smashurday Fight Live? Essentially, what Smashurday Fight Live is a weekly level 9 CPU tournament similar to the Ryan Chongo Show's CPU Kerfuffle series on Twitch. And we have level 9 CPUs fight each other in a tournament, but rather than making up characters based on the skins of the characters that are in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I normally base my original characters on Mii Fighters. I make Mii Fighters for each individual character. Some have multiple if they go through like character changes or whatnot. And so, yeah. Normally, that's how it's done. It's level 9 CPU Mii Fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, there's also quite a bit of lore to this series, and so basically, I won't go over all the lore. At some point, I'm going to put together a document to like so that people can like keep track of the lore. But for the time being, the last stream ended with basically Devon Lewis Stevenson, who is an alternate universe version of both my birth father, Blake Winchester, and Lewis from Meet the Robinsons. But he's evil. He comes from he came from an alternate universe where like Disney characters were all like flip-flopped on like morality, like good is evil, evil is good. And he, I guess, attempted to unlock both his own and Void Mickey's heart, which Void Mickey is just Mickey Mouse possessed by the Void. And he tried to unlock both his heart and Void Mickey's heart in order to trap all of the Smashurday Fight Live contestants in his universe in order to make way for like the ultimate evil he serves that is seeking to like destroy the multiverse or whatever. But divine intervention got in the way, and what ended up happening instead is that the spy from Team Fortress 2 pulled us into the Dubber's cinematic universe, in which he is God. And this is also, of course, the universe where, if you've been following the lore, this is where the Cat in the Hat came from. And there hasn't been a whole lot of crossover between... I mean, the Dubber cinematic universe has its own insane lore, but we're not really going to get into that right now. Instead, we are going to go right ahead and dive into the game and introduce... Hang on. If I go to options, is there... No. Okay. Let's introduce today's fighters. Now, let me make sure I have the rules the way I want them. Okay. X rules. So let's... Yeah. We're not going to have the time limit. It's standard 3 stock. Teams off, critical KOs off, and the fire off. None of those matter. All right. So, yeah, so because we were pulled into an alternate universe, this week's tournament will be taking place within Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl instead of Smashurday Fight Live. And I am going to introduce the fighters in just a bit, but first I'm going to get myself a drink. So I will be right back. I'll try to keep it in, though. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, and strangely, we do not yet have co-commentators today, but that's fine. After all, I actually have a special guest from this universe who's going to help me introduce today's fighter. So first off, yeah. And also basically the... Oh, whoops. The main reason I'm having a quote-unquote guest from this universe is because I cannot figure out how to change player 1 to a CPU. So basically, So yeah, I'm just using this as a placeholder for the player 1 slot. But anyway, introducing today's fighters along with me is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hey everybody, it's great to be here as sort of a guest announcer on Smashurday Fight Live. I'm very much looking for, well, not a guest announcer. I'm just here to help introduce today's fighters. After all, they are from my universe, so I know some of them. Although there's actually quite a few here that I am not super familiar with, but that's fine. We're gonna get to know all of them here today. And of course, you can click the link in the description below to predict who you think will win today's tournament. And of course, if you're rooting for a specific faction this week, we have all the factions listed in there as well. So if you're rooting for a specific faction, you know which character to root for. But without further ado, let's get on to today's combatants. Make sure that's good.
And also, speaking of links in the description below, if you want to support my channel, you can also click the link in the description below to vote for the Miserable Movie Oscars. It's a little stupid award ceremony I do in connection to all the films I watched for Miserable Movie Monday, which is also kind of connected to the lore, but not super important as of right now. But yeah, let's introduce our combatants for this week. So SpongeBob, would you like to introduce the first combatant?
Well, I think you should do the honors. After all, this is the member of your faction.
Fair enough. All right. So, playing this week for the Pi faction. This is my faction of the tournament. By the way, if you also missed the last episode, characters have split off into 8 factions now. So that's a thing. And they're all fighting for different purposes. The Pi faction, I still don't entirely know where, like what I'm supposed to do in this tournament. You know, there's been a lot of recent revelations that have kind of shook what I thought I knew about myself and this tournament. And so I'm just kind of chilling here. And I did say that I would be, you know, recruiting characters and performers from like the Miserable movies that are nominated this year to be in my faction. But this week is the exception because this guy just kind of came in and just sort of joined. Like he's been kind of following me around for a bit, and I just decided, hey, you know what? As long as you're here, you might as well enter the tournament for me. So playing for the Pi faction this week is wrong thing. Come on. Hang on. There we go. The Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. The Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. Well, SpongeBob, you're down there. Why don't you ask him a little bit about himself?
Will do. So, Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. You have like a shorter name I could call you?
No, not really.
Okay then. So tell us a little bit about yourself, like how you got to be this way, and why you've been following Noah around, of all people.
Well, you know, it's it's a tragic story. I much like Noah am a lover of the performing arts. I was an actor in my day. My talent was taken from this world too young. I was performing in a summer stock production of The Phantom of the Opera, oddly enough. Totally illegal, by the way. They didn't even get the rights to use Phantom. Oh, hello, JJ.
Hello.
I'm just introducing the fighters for this week for Smashurday Fight Live. The first one playing for my faction. By the way, you'll catch on to the lore if you watch. There's a lot of lore. Just kind of go with it. Actually, you know some of it for this week because this week's tournament is canonically taking place in the Dubbers universe.
Okay.
So we're just meeting Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater right now.
It just occurred to me, we haven't done a dub in over a year.
Yeah, I've been really busy with other YouTube stuff, but
No, that's all right.
we will do another one at some point. But for now,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
whoa, what were you saying?
Oh, do you have Minecraft Java edition out of perchance?
I do not. I've actually been asking around because I'm thinking of getting it on my Switch, but that would be the Bedrock version. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I don't currently own either version, but anyway.
If you're gonna get Minecraft, I would recommend Java just because it's better. It's the original version of Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to deliberate on that later. But anyway, so Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater, please continue. Sorry, another theater friend here joined the commentator's booth, if you will.
Yes.
So please continue to regale us with your tragic backstory. Yeah, so I was in an illegal summer stock theater production of Phantom of the Opera. They did not have the rights legally. I don't know how they got away with what they shouldn't have. It was also like a lot of safety hazards, as you can see by me. As you can see, I am a ghost, if you could not tell, and a phantom, rather. And that is because during a performance, the chandelier fell too soon, and crushed me. All right then. So, cool. That doesn't entirely explain why you've been following me around. Well, I just, I sensed a worthy successor to my talent in you, and stop, you're making me blush. But anyway, thank you for regaling us with that. And what do you think of your chances to win this tournament? Well, I think I've got a decent chance. I mean, I don't really, I don't have a ton of fighting experience, apart from, stage combat, but, I, have some, supernatural ghostly abilities that may give me an edge against the competition. So either way, whether I win or lose, I'm ready to put on a great performance, as always. All right.
Well, thank you for being here today, Phantom of the Summerstock Deep. Seriously, do you not have like a name like when you were alive and an actor?
No.
Okay. Well, let's introduce our next combatant for today. Playing for Mike Wise House of Villains. Led by the mysterious top hat guy, also known as Mike Yagudian. He is forming a band of flipped morality villains of light, if you will, to combat that multiversal threat that you almost probably would have faced had our Lord and Savior, the spy from Team Fortress 2, not intervened. But regardless, playing for Mike Wise House of Villains, we have Kane and Caddick. So tell us about yourselves, Kane and Caddick.
Well, it's a bit of an interesting tale. We are not originally from this universe. We're sort of minions of you mentioned the spy as your god. We work for another god. Not the same equivalent, rather the opposite. We work for a god of death.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do see that you appear to be like two minions fused into one. How did that happen?
Well, we do have shape-shifting abilities. But when we were transported to this world, something went horribly wrong and we were fused into one being. So, yeah, we're gonna be, that won't stop us from, winning this tournament. After all, we work for a god, so, while we are not on the same power level or nearly the same power level as him, we are very much not to be messed with in this tournament.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for joining us today. Coming up next, playing for Matrix Reinstated. This is the faction led by Kostya, aka Prekidech Ponude. And he is one of the leading forces against Pavlin Dobrev, aka Count Calendar. Let's say, well, I will just say also, time works differently in this universe, so there are some familiar there are some characters who will be familiar faces to you, but they are much younger in this universe, because this is, to you, I guess this would be the past. So coming up to the stage, before his days in the Mafia, we have Sean Heward Cassidy, known better in your universe as the Big Sniff. This man will one day be a member of the Mafia. But don't tell him that because I don't know, time paradox or disrupting the space-time continuum or something like that. I don't entirely know. But regardless, tell us a little bit about yourself, Sean.
Well, what is there to say? I'm a Chicago native. I know my accent doesn't really sound it, but I grew up with Italian parents. My parents moved to Chicago before I was born. And I these days, I have a loving wife and daughter.
Ooh, that's gonna change.
What was that?
Nothing.
Right. And I'm not really I'm not too accustomed to battling, but my family has hit some financial troubles recently, so if if I can earn some extra money by fighting in this tournament, then that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Well, we will look forward to seeing what you're capable of.
Also, SpongeBob, have you been telling people that there's a cash prize?
Yeah, isn't there?
No, SpongeBob, there is not a cash prize. Also, hi, Liam. I cannot hear you.
Hello?
Oh, now I can. Cool. You're good.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, SpongeBob, we don't have a cash prize.
Well, don't tell him that. His family's struggling financially.
Well, but if he wins the tournament and there's not a cash prize, Well,
can't you figure something out?
You're the one who's telling people there's a cash prize.
All right. I'll figure something out. But let's continue introducing our combatants for today.
By the way, Liam, SpongeBob is helping me introduce today's fighters, since he is more accustomed to this universe. Also, breaking the fourth wall, the real reason for it is that I don't know how to change player 1 into a CPU on this game. So once the actual tournament starts, I will just turn off player 1, but I need a placeholder here for now. So but regardless, SpongeBob, continue, please.
Absolutely. Well, playing this week for Calendar's crew. This is Count Calendar's faction of Smashurday Fight Live. No one knows exactly what Count Calendar's motive is, but he's been causing a lot of chaos for your tournament and whatnot. And playing this week for him is kind of a familiar face, although not entirely. Please welcome the Simulation.
Hello, I am Invader Zim.
Huh. You don't sound anything like Zim. Well, why don't you tell us about yourself?
The Simulation? Simulation does not calculate. I am Invader Zim.
We get a little help here. Not entirely sure, what's, happening here.
Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Hello? Hey, hey, Noah, it's, Pavlin here. Oh, hi, Pavlin. I didn't expect a call from you. Yeah, I there seems to be a bit of confusion with my entrant for this week, so I figured I'd just call in and help you a little bit. Okay, that's like way out of character for you to be this like chill, but all right. Oh, don't worry. I'm still like, doing my thing, but you guys need some help, so I'm helping you out. Anyway, so after, well, actually before the actual Invader Zim died, I took some of his DNA, as I do with all the people who work for me, and I combined that with the abandoned Bloody Girl robot, and formed this AI that thinks it's Zim. Okay. That, actually kind of makes sense. Why'd you make him though? In case I wanted to know, in case I wanted to Zim again. I don't know. See, last time you had Zim in this tournament, he didn't even enter the tournament. The last time Zim was present, he killed a lot of people, including my adoptive father. So, well, gee, look at the time. I gotta go pay my taxes or something. See ya. All right. Well, that's, I guess, the deal with the simulation. Who is the simulation? I am Zim. Okay, well, certainly doesn't sound it's still a better voice for him than my terrible impression of Invader Zim, but, Anyway, SpongeBob, please introduce the next combatant for today.
Absolutely. Playing for the Low Rule Warriors. This is the faction of all residents of Low Rule, both in the Kingdom of Low Rule and Low-Rulian variants of other Nintendo worlds. This one is a special case, however. Playing this week for the Low Rule Warriors. Nope. Ravione Rowdy. So tell us about yourself, Ravione.
Hi. Yeah, my name's Ravione Rowdy. I am the star of the most popular cartoon in all of Low Rule, the Rowdy Castle. Based on, the exploits of Ravio after he became a hero of Low Rule. He got so popular that trying to think of like a funny Zelda variant of Nickelodeon I could do here. I could just say that Nicktoon Link Network. Let's go with that. That's the best I can come up with right now. The Nicktoon Link or the Link. Oh wait, Linktoon. Yeah, the Linktoons Network. That's way better. Linktoons Network. Immediately greenlit a cartoon based on Ravio's adventures, and I am the actor that was hired to play Ravio in the show.
I see. So we've got multiple actors in this in this tournament today.
Wait, what do you mean multiple actors?
Well, have you met the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater?
No. Does he have a headshot that I could look at? Maybe I've met him in an audition or something.
Yeah, sure. Here he is.
Oh. I gotta go.
All right. That's not at all concerning. Coming up next, playing for the Animals for the Ethical Treatment of Universes, aka A2. This is an organization filled with animal agents that are tasked with protecting all universes. And as I mentioned, time works a little weirdly in this universe. So once again, a much younger version of a character you are familiar with. Please welcome Teenage Tuck. So, tell us about yourself, Tuck.
Well, I don't know why you specified teenage, but yeah, hi. I'm Tuck. Like the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater, I have a very tragic backstory. I was once a member of a group of superhero pets called the Wonder Pets that would go around saving animals. I think that's what we did. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched my show. But a couple years ago, Linny and Ming Ming, my fellow Wonder Pets, tragically passed away. And so I am a lone agent now, and I am searching the world, nay, the multiverse, trying to find other animal agents to join my cause and reform the Wonder Pets.
All right, and what do you think of your chances to win today's tournament?
Victory is not overly important to me at this point. I simply want to find those who are worthy to join my cause.
Well, you might have a hard time doing that today. There's not a ton of other animals in today's tournament, but I'm sure you'll find some people.
You're technically an animal, right?
Yeah.
Fight me.
Yeah, maybe later. All right, thank you for coming, Tuck. Coming up next, another familiar face to you, although much younger, playing for the Ward Watch, although in this point in time, this is actually before she worked for Dr. Watch. But we labeled her as this faction because, consistency. Back in her days as a news reporter, please welcome... Whoops. Reese E. Quarone. So, Reese, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Reese E. Quarone. I am a reporter for Channel 6 News. And, I also have a tragic backstory.
Wow, you and like half the combatants of this tournament, I guess.
Tell us about it. Well, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, then why'd you bring it up?
Foreshadowing.
Okay. Well, glad to have you here with us, I guess.
For spelling that out.
And last but certainly not least, and I really wish Alex was in call, because this is literally his character and the reason I'm doing it in this game this time. But for the time being, I will voice him until Alex gets here. Hopefully Alex gets here at some point. But playing for the Vault of Glass, this is Alex's faction, and also a leading force in the fight against Pavlin. Seems to be some sort of rivalry between the Vault of Glass and the Matrix Reinstated. Not entirely sure what that's about. Especially since Prekidech used to work for Alex, but I don't know. Of course, this is a face that is familiar to many, but in our universe, he is the head warden of the Stripe Prison, this universe's maximum security prison. I say that despite the fact that John Arbuckle basically allowed everyone to escape from it by dancing specifically to the victorious cover of the Jackson 5's I Want You Back. Don't ask. But anyway, that man's pet cat and head warden of the Stripe Prison, Garfield. Hi there. Yes. I'm Garfield. You know, everyone knows me. Everyone loves me. I, am the head warden of the Stripe Prison, which, yes, of course, used to house many, many criminals. My own owner, John Arbuckle, was arrested for owing an amount I do not remember off the top of my head to Popeyes in debt. The Cat in the Hat, of course, was arrested for smoking weed and singing, because music is illegal in this universe, or it was, but there was actually recently a law passed to allow music again. But weed is still illegal, and so yeah. And also that the Cat in the Hat was just an all-around menace to this universe. And then the Princess Zelda of this universe was arrested for copyright infringement. She infringed on the copyright on Link's catchphrase, "Golly!" And so she got arrested. How did you do that with your mouth? With your voice, rather. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, then. And what do you think of your chances to win this tournament? Well, let's just say I have full confidence in my ability to win this tournament. You know, some people have more fighting experience than me. Some people have extraordinary abilities, but I have some abilities of my own that I will be taking full advantage of. After all, I didn't become head warden of the Stripe Prison for nothing. All right. Also, one last thing. I do understand that in this universe, you are the son of my old friend Squidward. Yes. Cool. Just wanted to reiterate that. To reiterate how weird the lore is in Dubbers alone. And most of it isn't even, connected to most of the Smashurday Fight Live lore. So thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing what you can do in this tournament. Okay, this is probably the quickest way to do that. All right. So now with that, all the fighters have been introduced, and if you want to make a prediction in the link in the description below, do so like now, because we're going to start this tournament in just a second. Who do we have up first? All right. So first up, we have Teenage Tuck versus Reese E. Quaron. And I gotta make sure that they're both at level 9. Oh, you can put them at level 0? I did not know that. I will have to experiment with that later. I am curious how a level 0 CPU reacts to stuff. And let me just make sure that this works. Yes! Oh, hang on. Okay, so I have to exit that and then right away press start without moving the Joy-Con. So yeah. But with that, I think that we are ready to start today's tournament. And we are sticking with, the usual Smashurday Fight Live rules, even though this is in a different game. This is a double elimination tournament, and each set is best of 3. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the tournament. Round 1. And of course, we'll just be going to random stages every time. One of the, 4, or I don't know why I said 4. One of the 21. Yeah, it's 20. I think it's 21. It's the same amount of characters. So. Ooh, and we're starting off on Nigel Thornberry's stage. That I forget the name of. I think it's like something simple like Deep Jungle or something. But now, Liam, I know you are not too familiar with this game. But who do you? Well, I was going to ask who you predict to win. So far, Reese E. Quaron has a pretty good lead. Which is honestly not what I was expecting, because, as far as, what little I've heard of the tier lists, Leonardo is, top tier.
Makes sense.
But,
All right, I'm slightly focused on something else because, I have a USB Wi-Fi adapter for my desktop.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been working for the past month.
Oh.
So I've had to jury rig a wired setup by stretching a cable across several rooms.
Ah.
So I've tried everything. I've tried resetting the drivers. I've tried all that. The only solution was to reinstall Windows.
Huh.
Which means that I have to reinstall every single program that I had.
That's unfortunate, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
So that's what I'm currently doing.
Yeah, Reese is doing really well right now. She's got almost a full stock lead. Yeah, pretty much a full stock lead. Some exchanging of. Oh, hello. Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, with that,
here we are. Works.
We have we have Reese E. Quaron winning round 1 here in a 2-stock. So very impressive there. Is it gonna make me? Hang on. If I go to Brawler Select, is it gonna make me great. I have to do this again. Okay. Because I think if oh, great. I have to reset the level every time. Okay. This might. Because I think if I just hit rematch, it would just go to the same stage. I think.
Yeah, for using blatant ripoffs.
That's fine. That's fine. That didn't take too much work. Anyway, round 2 with these two. So, yeah, I mean, I guess let's just continue on. And now we're on the Flying Dutchman's ship. I'm just messaging Alex. He will not. He will most likely not be joining us today, unfortunately. But and so far, it's looking pretty even. Well, Reese Quaron is actually doing a very good job of racking up the damage here. That camera is really doing a lot of work. Really racking up the damage with that camera. Yeah. I wonder if Leonardo, like, fighting wise, actually does better on flatter stages. That might be it. But with that, both 2-stocks, Reese E. Quaron beats Teenage Tuck in a 2-0, both of which being 2-stocks. That is already not at all what I expected, and messing with my bracket, but that's fine. All right. So, with that, Turtle Tuck is pushed to loser, or Teenage Tuck rather. Teenage Tuck is pushed to loser's bracket, and Reese E. Quaron moves on. Coming up next, we have. Oh, and that's Reese E. Quaron. That's a win for the Ward Watch. Playing for the Matrix Reinstated, Sean Heward Cassidy. And playing for Mike Wise House of Villains, Kane and Kaddock. All right. This will be interesting. Let's dive right into round 1. Now this is interesting. I know in terms of tier lists, I know Cat Dog is really good. lore-wise, we'll have to see. You know, this is Sean Heward Cassidy before he got experience with the Mafia. So he may not be as much of a fighting threat as present day Sean Heward Cassidy, aka the Big Sniff. Whereas Kane and Kaddock are minions to a god of death, apparently. So, but that certainly isn't stopping Sean Heward Cassidy from dealing a good amount of damage on them. Although Kane and Kaddock seem to be evening it back out. Of course, we are on Omashu, and that does have the rolling carts as obstacles for our fighters to deal with, and it's also a very big stage. So I'm very interested to see how this turns out. Kane and Kaddock are definitely at a point where Sean Heward Cassidy could take out that first stock very easily, although Sean Heward Cassidy is certainly approaching that point as well. Oh, but he SDs with the whale. Ooh. But gets that stock at 200%. But he's going to have to start getting those kills earlier if he wants to be able to make it far in this tournament. Trying to land that snap, but it does not, or the finger flick, I think it is. But that is a devastating move, but only if he lands it. For reference, Liam, as a reminder, Nigel Thornberry has a move that is literally Jigglypuff's arrest.
Yeah.
So, that can be real devastating if he lands it correctly. Although he does get that second stock with, I believe, the orangutan punch. Which he's using a lot. He's using that orangutan punch a lot. But he's going to want to build up more damage if he hopes to, finish it. Although he's looking in pretty good shape right now. Although there's that stock off of him. But Kane and Kaddock are at a point where any big hit, yep, there it is. And with that, Sean Heward Cassidy takes round 1. The other interesting thing is, I think, just based on the way this, because as much as people are like, oh, it's Smash with Nickelodeon characters, this game does work differently than Smash as far as how it's played, with a lot more emphasis on combos, and as a result, matches are a lot quicker. So that is a thing to keep in mind. But anyway, round 2 with Sean Heward Cassidy and Kane and Kaddock. Let's see where they take it this time. Oh, the Spirit Realm. So this is this game's equivalent to Final Destination. So, whichever character does better on a flat surface will excel here. So if my theory about Leo is correct, then possibly this will go to Kane and Kaddock. If my theory that the general tier list placings are based on how they fare on the tournament legal stages, or the competitive stages rather, because as you might guess, only a small portion of the stages in this game are actually competitive viable. It's this.
Yeah.
Jellyfish Fields is one. I think Ghost Zone is one. I think. I'd have to double check that because it does have like the top platforms that might make it not so. I know Garfield's stage Sweet Dreams is. I think actually the graveyard might not be because of the graves that pop out of it. But also I guess I just missed Kane and Kaddock losing a stock. But Sean Heward Cassidy is doing a very good job of recovering and staying. As soon as I say that, he takes himself out with the whale. Yeah, that's the problem. He's got a recovery that deals a good amount of damage if it works. But then if you're too far away, you'll just lose a stock. And get that second stock off of Kane and Kaddock. This is looking in Sean Heward Cassidy's favor right now, but who's to say if it'll stay that way? After all, Kane and Kaddock do a very good job of evening it back out with that hydrant. Yeah, Sean Heward Cassidy keeps trying to use that finger flick, but is just not in a position where it's viable yet. I thought Kane and Kaddock took that, but I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But either way, in a very close round 2, Sean Heward Cassidy does take it and make it a 2-0. Before they leave the arena, Sean Heward Cassidy's like, I'm starting to get a taste for this. Because, technically this is prequel stuff before Sean Heward Cassidy joins the Mafia. All right, coming up next, we have Strike Prison Warden Garfield versus Ravion Rowdy. Ravion Rowdy. Of course, this is Vault of Glass versus Low Rule Warriors. Let's just see what happens. I think I might have predicted Sean Heward Cassidy to win that last one, even though I said that Cat Dog was higher tier than Nigel. But let me see if that's actually true. No. As a matter of fact, so far, both Alex and I have 0 correct predictions. So let's see if that changes here with Strike Prison Warden Garfield versus Ravion Rowdy. I believe I definitely predicted Garfield to take this one. And I'm gonna guess knowing Alex probably predicted the same. Oh no, wait, he got Sean Heward Cassidy right. Never mind. For some reason it was showing 0, but oh no, he actually Weird. He predicted Ravion Rowdy to win this. Okay. So Alex actually does have a correct prediction so far. We are also on Traffic Jam, which is gonna be an interesting. Oh, that pie attack from Garfield is going to be devastating, especially on this stage. Ooh, but Ravion does take that first stock. But there's still a significant gap in damage. Although Ravion is certainly trying to close that gap with that yo-yo, doing a lot of work. Oh, and is now in the lead as far as damage is concerned. But he's going to have trouble bringing it back. And Pookie's just sitting there waiting to be reclaimed by Garfield. Ooh, and with that, Ravion has taken the stock lead. Interesting. Although there's still a decent amount of damage on Ravion, Garfield could certainly bring it back. Ooh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Ooh. And it is now down to a last stock situation, although Garfield's going to have to do a lot of work to take out Ravion Rowdy at this point. But actually, Garfield might be bringing this back. Oh, never mind. Commentator's curse is real. I mean, he was still at it. I said might. He's still at a lot of damage there. So, but round one does go to Ravion Rowdy. I'm not sure what those particles are. That might be a glitch, actually. But that's fine. Also, I do appreciate the losing animation of Garfield crying, banging on the ground, and going wah in a comic bubble. That's great. Not that I want to see Garfield cry. It's just amusing for comic fans. Anyway, with that, Ravion Rowdy takes round one, but it was pretty close. I mean, it could have easily gone either way. So, you know what? Regardless of who, I think regardless, Garfield will take this round two and we'll go to a round three. I think that there's a very strong possibility of that happening. I think this will go to our first round three. Now, I could be wrong, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Anything could happen at this point. Weirdly, this feels more difficult to predict than with Mii Fighters. Even though, you know, there's only, like, so few amount of like move sets to like take into account with well, I guess I don't know. But we are on the Rooftop Rumble. This is one of the other competitive stages, so that could, affect things. Oh, man, that yo-yo is doing a lot of work for Ravione. But ooh, but Garfield is doing a lot of damage there and takes that first stock, although Garfield is at a lot of damage himself. And there we go, basically even again. But yeah. Oh, and Ravione fails to recover, losing that second stock. But it is back to even stocks, and it's a last stock situation. Very curious to see how this goes. Damage is in Strike Prison Warden Garfield's favor. Ooh, that spin attack. That spin attack is... I haven't seen much of that from Garfield. But he's putting in the work now with it. Ravione is trying to close that gap. He's trying real hard to close that gap. Oh, the yo-yo on the edge. Ooh, that's... Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oof. Oh, this is literally anybody's game. One big hit from either opponent could do it. There it is. And we go to our first round 3 as Strike Prison Warden Garfield takes round 2. Ooh, that was an intense match. We have two... I mean, it makes sense. Like, one is a beloved children's entertainment icon in our universe, and the other is a beloved children's entertainment icon in Lowrule. So, it makes sense that we've got this sort of intense matchup between the two. Possibly a bit of a rivalry brewing. But regardless, let's move right along to round 3. Our first round 3. All right. Ooh, and we're at Cat Dog's house. I'm not even going to go with the bit that this is Kane and Caddick's house. This is just Cat Dog's house. Now, yeah, this is an interesting stage because it's actually pretty like horizontally very small, and like if you fall down there, yeah, there's very little chance of recovering from that, as we saw there. Garfield losing his first stock down there. On the other hand, of course, we have the the vertical. What on earth just happened? I think Ravion just reflected a pie. Ooh, but the barrage of pies on the side there, he couldn't reflect that, and he gets taken down to 2 stocks. Ooh, but I think, is that a raccoon or a dog that Ravion attacks with? I'm not entirely sure, but Garfield is down to a last stock. But it's not impossible for him to. Yeah, that's a raccoon. It is not impossible for him to bring this back. Boy, Garfield keeps bringing out Pookie, but doesn't really do a good job of making full use of it. Because if he repels it while Ravion is in the path, there we go. It does damage. But Ravion is still at 2 stocks. It's going to take a lot for Garfield to bring this back, especially at 143%. He'll probably get down to a last stock, but well, never mind. Never mind. Ravion gets the 2 stock, and my bracket is in shambles right now. Alex is doing decent. But Ravion says to Garfield, "Hey, it was a good match." I don't know where else to take that. Coming up next, we have playing for the Pie faction, the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater, and playing for Calendar Screw, the Simulation. I have no idea where this is gonna go. Let's just dive right in. Round 1. Yeah, these matches really are going by much quicker than Smash. We are back on Rooftop Rumble. So but yeah, I'm very, very curious to see how this goes. Looking pretty even right now. Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater had a damage lead for a bit there, but the Simulation seemed to even it back out. Yeah, it's really even right now. Ooh, and the Simulation takes that first stock off of Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater, but the immediate spawn in and take that stock back.
Immediately traded.
Yep, immediately. These two, yeah, these two are even more evenly matched than Garfield and Ravione, it would appear. But yeah. Ooh, and there's that second stock off of Simulation. But that trade could come very soon here. Although Zim doesn't have a ton of as a Zim main myself, Zim does not have a ton of great kill options. Case in point, Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater is at 212% and 2 stocks. So Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater takes round 1. So all right. Round 2, I guess. Round 2 of Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater versus the Simulation. And let me just see how the predictions are looking right now. I just want to see here. Let me check my... Oh, okay. So I'm looking pretty good right now. We are on the Technodrome, which is fun. Oh, that what oh right. That move from Danny has uncontrollable momentum. If you arc it down and don't hit a platform, you will just die. And he has already lost 2 stocks as a result. Oof. If this ends up being a 3 stock because Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater SD twice, that would be insane. Whoa, oh my god. No, getting trapped in between the platform and the gnome? Yeah, I hate to see it.
I'll be right back. Getting a snack.
No worries. But Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater does take that first stock off of Simulation, preventing the 3 stock. But he's going to have to do a lot of work to make up for those 2 SDs. I cannot believe that happened. And they happened like right away, too. Both of them happened immediately. But if Simulation can't find any good kill options, I swear to God, if Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater reverse 3 stocks the Simulation after that shit. Nope. It was close. It was close to a reverse 3 stock though. Like Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater almost brought that back somehow, which is crazy. But we do move on to a round 3 with these 2. And my stance on this is that as long as Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater does not continue to SD will be fine. That he will be fine and he will win this. Might depend on stage actually. Actually, a quick little interaction before round 3. The simulation goes, I have detected something that happened in the last match that should not have happened. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, but why are you so concerned for me? Aren't you an AI? I don't know what you mean. I am Zim. Okay then. Round 3. So let's see what stage it goes to. Oh, okay. This is one that he can't SD off of. I mean, if he does that downward thing, he'll get hurt a lot, but or if he does it poorly, he just did it twice well, so yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater can take this. Oh my god, the aerial combo though. What was that? What was Phantom just doing there? What was Phantom doing there? Alright, so he does take that first stock off of the simulation. Ooh. But simulation evens it back out. Ooh. But loses that second stock on the road. Failing to get back up on the bus. Yeah. The simulation will have to put in a lot of work to. Oh, but that second stock because Phantom gets caught in a taxi, I guess. Oh, and Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater wins, and that is my first correct prediction. Just want to throw that one out there. That is my first correct prediction. Which is why I was really concerned when he SD'd twice right away in round 2. But anyway. Before they leave, the simulation is like, you seem to be happy on that stage. Why is that? Reminds me of home. Thank you, Zim. You're welcome. Detecting. Scanning databases for real name. No, it's just Phantom. Really, I'm no one special. Whatever you say. Oh, whoops! Did I hit rematch? Yeah, I think I accidentally hit rematch. I absolutely did. Well, this is actually a good test for something, just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure if it goes to the same stage, then my theory was correct. But yeah, okay, just making sure. Brawler select, confirm. All right. But with that is it for the first round of fights. So, this is gonna be really interesting because the first two matches for the matches for the winners bracket are Reese E. Quarone versus Sean Heward Cassidy and Ravione Rowdy versus the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. Both of those are very interesting, lore-wise. But first, let's move on to Teenage Tuck versus Kane and Caddick. Before the match. So, you two seem to be you some sort of cat and dog fused together. In this form, yes. But this is not our true form. Then you are of no use to me. All right. Let's see who wins here. I know I predicted this matchup to happen, but I predicted it in winners. Pretty sure I predicted Teenage Tuck to win, but who knows at this point what will happen. We are on Jellyfish Fields, another one of the competitive legal stages. Ooh, that safe is dealing a lot of damage to Teenage Tuck. Swear to God, I'm not getting like any. I just noticed there's both a king and a queen jellyfish on this stage. Holy crap! Did Leo just like? I forgot Leo had like a move that could kill while also SDing. I think that was Leo that did that anyway, or Teenage Tuck rather. Lore. But yeah, this matchup is looking pretty even and pretty intense, actually. If only it happened in winners, then I'd be right. And my bracket wouldn't be in complete and utter shambles. What the? Okay, Danny did, or Phantom of the Somerset Theater did that last time. What is that like? Oh, I think that's like a dash dance in place or something, actually. I think that's what it is. Teenage Tuck has a pretty sizable lead right now. But Kane and Caddick could definitely take out that second stock. There we go. Kane and Katic will still have to put in a lot of work to bring this back, but it's not entirely impossible. Cat Dog's moveset is kind of insane, so. But Leo's pretty high. But Leo, as mentioned earlier, is also high tier, so. Ooh. And with that, Teenage Tuck takes round 1. All right. And let's go into round 2. Teenage Tuck versus Kane and Katic. There we go. Round 2. At some point, I'm going to accidentally enter with a SpongeBob controlled by me, and I'll just have to SD 3 times, and hopefully it doesn't actually interfere with the match in any way. Ooh, and we are on Cat Dog. If Kane and Katic was canonically Cat Dog, this would be home court advantage, but, you know. You know, we've got lore, so that might not be the case. That said, they have the lead so far. So, ooh, but Leo's recovery is really good. So Teenage Tuck does lose that first stock. See, here's the interesting thing is that, to me, Leo and Michelangelo both look, boring to play, but, from my understanding, they're both, high tier. What is with that dash dance in place that just... I was about to say, it's looking very even right now, but we do have Kane and Katic having a full stock lead there, so. Teenage Tuck is really struggling to, yeah. But, Kane and Katic do have a very good lead with Teenage Tuck on his final stock. A good chance we go to round 3. There it is. The hydrant finishes it off. Brawler select. We move on to round 3 with these two, which will be interesting. We've got Teenage Tuck and Kane and Katic. Before we move into round 3, well, oh man, you guys.
Okay,
are...
sorry that took so long.
No worries.
I decided to just go ahead and make lunch.
Gotcha. Yeah. You guys are really giving me a run for my money. What's with you anyway? Haven't you heard? We work for a god. Huh. Well, you may not be animals outright, but maybe I can make an exception. since you appear as animals in this form. But before that, we have a round 3 to get to. So we're on round 3 with these two. I think this is gonna come down a lot to what the stage is. Rooftop Rumble. I think with this stage, this is looking in Teenage Tuck's favor. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna guess that.
Every time I hear Rooftop Rumble, I just think of Rooftop Run.
I am not familiar.
From Sonic.
Oh. Which Sonic game is that?
It's in Unleashed and Generations.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. But loading, because I'm having troubles loading it on my phone. Oh, never mind. It's it's no,
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it just loaded for me too, so we're good. But yeah. Also, I have not been paying attention to the match at all, but we do have a full stock lead from Teenage Tuck, and he takes it. 2 stock. And nah, I'm not gonna. I was gonna potentially do a lore thing that would be like real dark, but I'm not going to do that. It's, you know, they have their GGs and everything. But Kane and Katic are out of the tournament now. As Teenage Tuck moves on. Next up, we have Strike Prison Warden Garfield versus The Simulation, which is, of course, the Vault of Glass versus Calendar's crew. Very interested to see how this matchup goes. But yeah, let's see. Round 1 with these two. Bam, bam, bam. Wow. Ooh, Rooftop Rumble again. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure who to give it to here, but right now we've got a damage advantage on Strike Prison Warden Garfield's favor. It is interesting. Both of these fighters are very projectile heavy. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare against each other. Although Garfield does also have more close range options, and there we have Strike Prison Warden Garfield taking that first stock off of the simulation. But, and once again, the simulation is going to have a hard time. It fails to recover there. Simulation has a hard time finding kill options. You did get one there, but it was at 260+% on Garfield. So, is going to have to put in a lot. The simulation is going to have to put in a lot of work to bring this back. Although, decent damage advantage right now. And Garfield is too far away to recover. This is down to a last stock situation all of a sudden. But, yeah. Although, yeah, there we go. Garfield closed that damage gap and took round one pretty easily there. Again, the simulation has a hard time finding good kill options. Just isn't able to deal the necessary damage and knockback to take out opponents very easily. So now, anything could happen. I mean, we almost, there was almost a reverse 3-stock situation there. So, we'll see. We'll just see how the simulation fares in round 2 against Strike Prison Warden Garfield. Ooh, and we're in the ghost zone. Ooh, I've never really listened to the music much of this game before as I'm playing, but like this song's really good. It is, of course, worth noting that for anyone watching this or listening rather, that this game does not have any music from the actual shows, because there's obviously more licensing issues with that. But all the tracks are like inspired by the shows that the stages come from. I think they do a pretty good job. Yeah. So, again, this game has its issues, but I think the developers did a very good job given the limitations placed upon them. And I look forward to seeing like the continued support and like what characters they're going to be adding and whatnot. But regardless, let's get back to actually commentating on the match, because the simulation is on a last stock and possibly the last stock of the tournament for him. You'd have to do a lot to bring this back. Although Garfield just kind of dancing in midair allowed the simulation to get him down to his last stock, but that doesn't matter. Because Stripe Prison Warden Garfield gets that 2-0. And the simulation is out of the tournament. But before he leaves, I miscalculated my chances of winning this tournament. But no matter, I will still take over Earth, as is my wish. All right. Well, good luck with that, I guess. Thank you. No one has wished me good luck on that before. Even my master Pavlin has not wished me that luck before. Now let me ask you something. Why is it that you consider Pavlin your master? Because he what? Made you? I recalculating. It's okay. You take the time to figure out what you want to do with yourself. But just do what's best for you, not what's best for someone else. Yeah, you're gonna need some time. Well, while the simulation is over there having an existential crisis, let's get back to the winner's bracket, where we have two very interesting matchups. We have Reese E. Quaron versus Sean Heward Cassidy. All right. Let's just dive right into round one with these two. Yeah. I'm also at a point where I have no idea who to predict to win everything. We are on the Air Temple. I believe this is the Southern Air Temple stage. And oh man, predictions are not looking super great for either me or Alex. Just based on, there's that first stock off of Reese E. Quaron. Although she's got a lot of damage on Sean Heward Cassidy. And takes that first stock off of him. Yeah. And this is an oddly structured stage for sure. So it's wow, I don't entirely know what happened there, but Sean Heward Cassidy is now down to last stock. But Reese E. Quaron fails to recover with the turtle blimp and thus is down to her last stock as well. This is anybody's game. Ooh, does she have full stars on the does she have full ratings? I think she does. I think Pink Stars is full ratings. Ooh, and she takes it. She takes round 1, rather. All right. Going to round 2 with these two. That said, Reese took round 1 there, obviously, but seemed pretty evenly matched throughout. Although a lot of April's, actually, both of April's stocks were actually, due to her recovery not doing well with that stage's structure in particular. So, if we get a stage here that is maybe less complex of a structure or easier to recover on, she may have this in the bag. But we'll have to see. Ooh, and we are in the ghost zone. I'd say this is probably an easier stage to recover on, so I mean, it's certainly, I think this might be, I'm not entirely sure whether this is one of the competitive stages or not. Those, like, the platforms up top kind of screw with it a bit, but yeah, because as you can see, it is harder to get those vertical KOs. Even when Sean Heward Cassidy manages to land the flick. Oh! Ooh, but that insane leg combo took out Sean Heward Cassidy's first stock. But manages to get the angle just right there to take out that first stock on Reese Quaron, but he's got a lot of damage on him. Although this stage, again, makes getting kills tough. You have to get the right angle, as she just did. And it looks like she's got full rating, or she did. I forget how you use up the ratings. Oh yeah, there's like a special move that she does to like use up the ratings, but yeah, but she is at high percentage, but ooh, she manages to 2-0 and 2 stock. And with that, Reese Quaron moves on in winners, and Sean Heward Cassidy is in losers. But before he heads out, Reese is like, "Hey, that was a really good match. I would love to have you on for an interview sometime." Yeah, sure. Maybe. Depends on well, where I'm gonna be going from here. Let's just say if I go down a certain career path, I may not want to be in the spotlight. Let's leave it at that. And Sean Heward Cassidy is in losers bracket and will be facing off against Stripe Prison Warden Garfield when we get there. But before we do that, we have another winner's bracket match to get to. It's a battle of the actors. It is Ravione Rowdy versus the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. As they approach the stage, Ravione looks scared to see Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. What's wrong, Rowdy? You look like you've seen a ghost. No, that can't be. How are you? Start the match. All right, round one. Oh, we are at Glove World. We haven't seen this today yet. This is an interesting stage. Yeah, if you press that button, you can make the Ferris wheel turn. And there is also, of course, the roller coaster cart that will come by that does a lot of damage if you get hit by it. So our fighters are going to have to watch out for that. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this one turns out. Again, this is a very unusual stage. I think a lot of this is going to come down to how these two, no pun intended, except entirely intended, perform on this, no pun intended, but also absolutely intended stage. And with that, oh, holy, wow, I did not know that could happen. So Phantom just took out the first stock on Ravione and then used his teleportation immediately, just in time to avoid the cart. Like, to the point, the roller coaster car, to the point where it looked like he was in it. Oh, but yes, these. Ooh. Oh, no. He was in a good spot before that, but now he's down to his last stock, while Ravione still is 2. But, ooh. Oh, whoa, ooh. Something looked like it was bugging out there. Ooh. Ooh, these fighters are just narrowly avoiding that roller coaster car. Ooh, and Ravione is down to a last stock. It's certainly not impossible for the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater to bring this round back. Oh, unless he does that. And with that, Ravione Rowdy takes round 1. All right. So we move on to round 2 with these two. But first, a little interaction. What's wrong? You seem to be having
performance is always the better actor. And I'm clearly the better fighter, too.
We'll see about that, Ravion. So clearly there's some history with these two. You know, not entirely sure what all that's about, but, you know, we'll see. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Oh, yes, they did it. They did the thing. Yes. They fixed the thing, rather, because when the game first came out, the D, the Danny Phantom logo on Danny's shirt did not properly keep orientation when, oh no. It did not keep its proper orientation when Danny turned around, but I just noticed they fixed it, which is good. Oh my god. Ravion Rowdy just wow, this was a really bad stage for Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. He kept trying to teleport up, but got caught in the logs every time. What's wrong, Danny? I mean, Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. You seem to be dropping the ball, or should I say, dropping the chandelier. I know that was you. I don't know what you're talking about. You couldn't make the show that night. You were sick, and I had to fill in for you. You didn't want anyone stealing your spotlight, so you snuck into the theater and it caused the chandelier to drop early. Interesting theory, but without any proof to back it up. I'm afraid, well, your career, along with you, died a long time ago. My career is thriving better than ever. I won't be seeing you around much anymore, I think. We'll see, Ravion. We'll see. And I will have to remember that that was a 3 stock. I think that this tournament is weird, obviously. So I don't think I'll need to like do a bunch of like character. I don't need to do a major character change. I think that what I had there was good enough. Next up, I'm gonna do Sean Heward Cassidy versus Strike Prison Warden Garfield. This is gonna be an interesting one. We're of course back in losers bracket, so whoever loses this set will be out of the tournament. But you know, let's just see how this goes. Round 1. Garfield. I love the way I just love the sound of the announcer of this game saying Garfield. It's so amazing to hear that. in a fighting game. And we're back at Glove World. Okay. Interesting. There are still a couple stages we have yet to see this tournament. We haven't seen the graveyard. We haven't seen the loud house. We haven't seen sewers. The sewers we haven't seen. We haven't seen two other ones I was just thinking. Oh, we haven't seen the junkyard. But the roller coaster cart took out Garfield's first stock. See, this stage is dangerous, as we just saw there. This stage is dangerous for both of these two, because either of their recoveries, if poorly aimed, could send them careening into that pit between roller coaster tracks. So, yeah, this stage is dangerous for both of these fighters. Oh, but Sean Heward-Cassidy manages to get a flick kill. And Garfield, Strike Prison Warden Garfield is down to elastic. Also, I just noticed in one of the carts is the grandma who's... Wait, is that the... No, that's not the grandma I was thinking. But it is, that's, she's from the chocolate episode of SpongeBob. Yeah. Oh my god, is she there with her mom? That would be hilarious if they put her mom in there too. I don't think they did. No, I don't see her. And of course Gary and another. Oh, wow. I was not paying much attention. That wasn't. Hang on. What are the stocks looking like there? Hang on. Oh, wait, I can see it there. Oh, okay. Oh. Garfield SD'd once. That is what happened there. But, so Sean Heward-Cassidy takes round one there. Before they go into round two, Mr. Cassidy, I have seen the road you could go down. But be warned that if you do, you'll be in trouble not just with my prison, not just with the law that I must enforce, but also with your world's law. We'll see about that. And round two. Yeah. That is the nice thing about, well, I guess it wouldn't help for reverse 3 stocks, but if I somehow miss a 3 stock happening, the end result screen says it. It says like KOs. I know Smash does that too, but like, it shows up right away on here without having to press buttons. So that's something. Oh, whoa! Not entirely sure what happened there, but that was a good move from Sean. taking out Garfield's first stock there. Ooh. Manages to recover. Oh, but will he recover? Oh, he does. I didn't think he would. Sean Heward Cassidy seems to be doing a better job of recovering this time around. But does get his first stock taken off of him. Wow, Strike Prison Warden Garfield is really trying to close. Oh my god! Wow, that was like almost a 0 to death. But it is back to even now. Basically, this is anybody's game. Strike Prison Warden Garfield seems to be trying his best to, I guess, steer Sean Heward Cassidy down the right path by beating him in this tournament, but will he pull it off is the question. Oh, well, he takes round 2 and we move on to round 3 with these two. All right. Been a bit since a good round 3. Yeah. I am also worried about, like, accidentally, since I have to manually set the level of the CPUs every time, I am also worried about, like, accidentally setting one of them to a lower level. But I think we're fine for now. I've been doing a pretty good job of making sure that they're at the right levels. But anyway, round 3 with these two. This is going to be one hell of a match. Either also worth noting that, first of all, stage we haven't seen today, the graveyard. And also worth noting that whoever loses this completely screws up either mine or Alex's bracket, because I predicted Strike Prison Warden Garfield to win the whole thing, and Alex predicted Sean Heward Cassidy to win the whole thing. So whoever loses this match probably loses their respective predictors' bracket entirely. Because at this point, our bracket predictions, I think Alex is ahead of me right now, but let's see. Yeah, barely. He's at 5 points. I'm at 3. He currently has a score potential of 21, while I have a score he has a score potential of 24, while I have a score potential of 21. So yeah, whoever loses this probably loses their predictor, the predictions.
Right.
And right now, Sean Heward Cassidy has the stock lead. Deals a lot of damage with that flick.
I keep forgetting this game has like melee physics.
Oh, nice reflection of the pie there.
Physics in this game.
Huh?
I keep forgetting this game has melee physics.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
Characters fall really quickly.
Ooh. And with that, that was a 2-stock. Wait. Oh, yeah. It was, because Nigel, or Sean SD'd at one point, I guess. So not a 3-stock. As a quick glance may have led you to believe. But with that, Stripe Prison Warden Garfield is out of the tournament, and I probably ain't winning the predictions against Alex, but who knows? Before Garfield exits, I'm trying to think of how to do this. Just know, Mr. Cassidy, if you go down this path, I may have to come after you. I'd like to see you try. And with that, Stripe Prison Warden Garfield is out of the tournament. And now on to another losers bracket matchup. We have... Let's put SpongeBob in his placeholder spot. We have the Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater versus Teenage Tuck. We have the Pie Faction versus AE2 in this matchup. Let's dive right into round one with these two. Ooh, and we're on the Technodrome. Still have quite a few matches we haven't seen, or a couple of stages we haven't seen. Sewers still haven't been shown. Loud House. Space Madness. Powdered Toast. Or I think it's Powdered Toast Trouble or Kitchen Trouble or whatever. Powdered Toast Man stage the kitchen. And trying to think of any other stages we've... Oh, yeah, Junkyard. Oh, and Sweet Dreams we haven't seen. But, yeah. Right now, both fighters are at very high damage. Teenage Tuck especially, but Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater seems to be struggling to get a kill, a good kill move. Oh, well, there we go. That said, Teenage Tuck could take out that. Yep. It is back to even, back to square one. Ooh, but Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater fails to land that that teleport correctly, and as a result, gets a second stock taken. or loses it rather. Wasn't exactly taken, but he can get, if he could get a big knockout on Teenage Tuck, could bring it back still. Ooh. Manages to recover with the teleport there. Yeah, any big hit there. There we go. Still a bit of a damage gap, but seems to be trying to even. Oh, that was a really close one with that move. He could have very easily SD'd there, as he has done multiple times this tournament with that move. Oh, but it's not enough, and Teenage Tuck takes round 1. Yeah, let's dive right into technically wrong spot. I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. They switch positions, but it doesn't matter. Round 2. All right. I think depending on the stage, there's a very good chance that Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater could bring this to round 3, but again, it'll depend on the stage. Ooh, I think this is the stage for him to do it on, actually, because he cannot SD off of this. And he gets a really quick kill, pushing Tuck into the cereal bowl, just slamming him in there until he sinks. Oh my god! What the hell is happening here? Oh my god. Could we see a 3 stock? That'd be amazing redemption for Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater, especially given that he is the one person in this tournament to get 3 stocked so far. I mean, let's be real. That had more to do with the stage than anything. That was a real bad stage for him. Oh, does he get it? Ooh, the frying pan might do it for him. Yeah, he finishes it off himself, getting a 3 stock on Teenage Tuck, bringing us to round 3. And I have actually a great 3 stock situation for this. So we've got, whoops. Got Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater and Teenage Tuck. Pretty impressive. But looks like you forgot one of the most important rules that an actor, especially one in musical theater, must follow. Don't drink milk before a performance. And So at the end of that first match, nah, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe drinking milk right before a performance isn't good for an actor. But a superhero must have strong bones. And Teenage Tuck takes a glass of milk, chugs it, and transforms into Dry Tuck.
Huh.
Gives me a good excuse. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but it gives me a great excuse to use the best alternate skin in this game. Well, tied with Michelangelo's, because Michelangelo's is the same thing. But yeah, round 3 rather. Like, seriously, such a cool fucking alternate costume. Giving him the same shading and everything as the original comics look. And we are on another new stage, this time the Loud House. Ooh, and another stage that Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater cannot SD on, which is good. Because he's been struggling with that this tournament. But also, those roller skates look like pink ocarinas. Am I wrong? With like where the holes are? I get that those are like for the laces, but like kind of looks like an ocarina.
What now?
The roller skate, you'll see them if they go back to like the next to the front door, on the other side of the front door. There's 2 pink roller skates, and they look like ocarinas. At least to me. Yeah, there. You can kind of get a better view of them there. Well, not anymore, but... Ooh! So, both fighters are now at 2 stocks, but a significant damage lead. Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater right now is looking in pretty good shape. Yeah, there you go. Those roller skates. They're moving around a lot, so it's hard to get a good look at them. But to me, they look like ocarinas. Ooh, lot of damage. Oh, but Dry Tuck manages to take that
That's a clutch.
stock. Ooh, at 239%. Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater needs to get that big hit to even things out. There he goes. But now it is anyone's game, really. Closing that damage gap a bit. Well, no. Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater obviously trying to close that damage gap while Dry Tuck tries to widen it. Ooh, that ricochet, but not quite enough to take out Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. Oh my god! The combo! Ooh, this is really close. a big hit from either party could do it. Although I think Dry Tuck is a little harder to launch. Ooh, and Dry Tuck takes it, knocking Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater out of the tournament. But what a great match. As a matter of fact, Teenage Tuck approaches Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater is like, hey, good match out there. You are quite something. You know, you are a ghost. If you were to, I don't know, consensually possess an animal, you could theoretically join my cause. I'll keep that in mind, I guess. Let's head over to the winners bracket. We've got, oh boy, we have Reese E. Quarone versus Ravion Rowdy. Ooh, this is an interesting one. As they approach the stage or the arena. Oh, Ravion Rowdy, star of hit Linktoon TV show, The Rowdy Castle. Man, I would love to have an interview with you. Sorry, I don't really do interview. Well, how about this? If you can take a set off me, you can interview me. But if I take a set off you, rather a match. If you take a round, I will answer one question of yours. However, if you lose a round, I will ask you a question that you have to answer. All right, fair enough. Round one with Reese E. Quarone versus Ravion Rowdy. Honestly, even though Reese E. Quarone goes on to work for Dr. Watch, I'm still rooting for her because Ravion Rowdy is kind of a dick and also possibly a murderer. So we are on another new stage here. Now we're starting to get, stages we haven't seen before. Again, we're in the sewers now. Although I might be crazy or just remembering wrong, but this sewers looks different than the old sewer. I seem to remember they're not. Oh. Well, Reese just fails to recover there, I guess. But they're back to even stocks, although Ravion has the damage advantage. Hang on. I'm crazy. I need to look up I believe this is... Yeah, this is Leonardo's stage. I'm like, oh, and Reese Quaron is suddenly down to her last stock. Never mind, I'm just crazy. The stage has always looked like this. For some part of me thought that the stage looked that the stage layout was slightly different than this, but no, it's not. Ooh, and now with both fighters are down to their last stocks. Oh, but Reese, oh, she brought that back. She was losing there for a while, but she brought it back. Nice. All right. Oh, whoops. All right. So we go to round 2, but first, per their little deal,
All right. Well, I didn't really expect someone your age to be able to beat me. I'm like 22. Whatever. Ask your question.
all right. Well, my first question
Is just be clear, not first question, only question, because I'm winning both these next sets, these next matches.
sure. First question. You know, what motivated you to be an actor?
Well, a couple different things. There's the the art of it, obviously. That's all fine and good, but I'm in it for the fame and fortune.
Okay, well, I'll try my best to beat you again and get another question.
Yeah, not happening.
All right, round 2. Yeah, Ravion Rowdy is a dick. Yeah, I would like, oh, ha, we're on the worst stage of the game. Space Madness. This is going to be a very short match. And it is not going to come down much to skill. It's going to come down to who can recover. Well, and they both lose a stock. Oh, boy. Yep. This is going to be one of those. Oh, my God. Wait, the camera can sync the platforms. Oh. Oh. Oh, that might be the strat for Reese. Set the camera on a platform with... Oh, but she's going to have to recover. Oh, she manages to recover. Ooh, but... Oh, no. There... Oh. Ravion manages to recover. Ooh, this is... Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is the worst stage in the game, of course. And both are down to last stock. And I would say Ravion has the advantage, but it's Space Madness. Literally anything, like, this could go either way. Oh, and Ravion takes it. Of course, the worst character would get the victory on the worst stage. And I don't mean this in terms of like, I do not mean in terms of like the character, like how the characters are tier wise or anything. I mean in terms of personality. But with that, we will move on to round 3. But first, oh, hang on, I've got another. Oh, never mind. That's not a mess. That is an at everyone message of an announcement in one of the YouTuber Discords I'm in. So not an important thing for me to read right now. All right, so Ravion Rowdy takes round 2. All right, you took your match. Now ask me a question.
Similar to what you asked me, what made you want to become a reporter?
Oh, well, see, I was abandoned as a child. I have no recollection of my childhood. The only memory the earliest memory I have is being found by my adoptive parents, the Quarones. And honestly, I'm not so much interested in being a news reporter as I am an investigative reporter. I want to find my real parents.
Lame! Round 3. I'll ask you something more interesting when I win.
All right. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, and yep, and here we go at another new stage on Sweet Dreams. Now I think the only stages we haven't, I think the only stage we haven't gotten is the junkyard. Unless I'm forgetting something obvious. There's not that many stages in this game, so like, again, it's equal to the characters. Which, you know, I actually really that's another thing I really like about this game, compared to Smash Ultimate, is that every character has their own like designated stage, which is cool. But I mean, obviously, Smash did that with like the Fighters Pass, but like,
and you know, Smash 64, except the unlockable characters.
Oh yeah, I guess. I didn't put that together. But yeah, I guess that does make, yeah, that is the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only unlockable who got a stage was Luigi.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Reese got a 2-0 on Ravion there. All right. Well, I guess I get a second question now. So I got a tip from an anonymous source. What is your previous relationship with deceased stage actor Daniel Kuzo?
How do you know that name? No one knows that name.
Again, an anonymous source tipped me on this. said I should ask you about it. I didn't have anything to do with it, okay? Just a freak accident. Those things happen in theater. All right. And with that, Reese Equaron moves in the winner's bracket. Actually taking winners finals. Now we'll have to see who will face her in the grand finals. But first, back onto losers bracket. To help determine that, we have Dry Tuck. He's going to stay in this form right now because I love this skin. And Sean Heward Cassidy. Round one. I don't really have an interesting interaction right now for these two, but you know. See what happens. And we are back on Jellyfish Fields. Ooh. Well. Alright. Fighters seem to be exchanging a relatively equal amount of blows right now. Seem pretty evenly matched at this point. Actually, despite his appearance, Sean Heward Cassidy actually has really good mobility options. And takes that first stock with the flick. Ooh, but gets the stock taken off of him in return. He does have a damage lead right now, though. But Dry Tuck is down to a last stock. And it has a decent amount of damage on it. He's gonna have to do a lot of work to bring. It's certainly not impossible, but Sean Heward Cassidy is in a very good position right now, as he two stocks. All right. Well, Sean Heward Cassidy took round one in a two stack. That's interesting. Let's just dive right into round two with these two. Ooh, and we're at the Technodrome. right now, a big damage lead in Dry Tuck's favor, but you know, Sean Heward Cassidy is a heavy hitter, so it could you know, even it back out pretty quickly here. And Dry Tuck seems to, well, I was gonna say Dry Tuck was having trouble taking out a stock on Sean Heward Cassidy, as Sean Heward Cassidy took out one of his stocks, but then failed to recover with the whale. So it is back to even right away. Ooh, that's how you use the whale. I think that was the whale. Yeah, both of these fighters are very heavy hitters. And not the easiest to launch either. So ooh, and with that, Dry Tuck is down to final stock. Oh, and almost got. There's definitely a situation where Sean Heward Cassidy could have easily failed to recover there and would have been down to his last stock. But as of right now, he's in pretty good shape. Dealing a good amount of landed a flick. Dealing a lot of damage and still is not down to final stock. Although, there he goes. Both his stock losses have been to the SD with the whale, but he takes out Dry Tuck with a scorpion sting, getting a 2-0 and knocking Dry Tuck out of the tournament. Oh, yeah. I'm really getting used to this now. This is fun. All right, Brawler select. And now Sean Heward Cassidy is on to face Ravion Rowdy. This is going to be interesting. Whoops. There we go. We have Ravion Rowdy first slot, and then Sean Heward Cassidy. Well, I'm definitely not losing to an old man like you. I'm okay. I am like. I'm only like 45. That's old to me, man. All right, then. So round one with these two. And of course, whoever wins the set with these two will go on to face Reese E. Quaron in the grand finals. And it will be a rematch no matter what. Both of these fighters have faced off against Reese E. Quaron. And did they both get no. Ravion got a match on her. but or around rather. Oh, and Sean Gary Cassidy is just too low to recover that whale and loses his first stock. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a common problem with a lot of the characters in this game seems to be that a lot of them have not great recovery. Well, they have good recoveries, but if you like position them poorly, you will SD. Like, I mean, Smash has a couple of the. I mean, Ike obviously being the most obvious example. But
Well, you sorry, you were talking about up specials
yeah,
that make you SD if you're not close enough.
yeah,
Yeah,
um,
there are a lot in Ultimate, at least.
yeah.
From Pyra,
Yeah,
Cineroar.
Yeah, well, yeah, Kyra or Crom. I don't know why I said Kyra.
I said Crom and then Pyra, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Crom just has Ikes, so
Yeah. Incineroar's at least used to be the most annoying. Then it got buffed a bit.
Actually, Incineroar's is pretty similar to Garfield's, funnily enough.
I guess, yeah, it is.
Also, both fighters are down to last stock. Ooh, gets the recovery. But ooh, and Sean Heward Cassidy takes round one. All right, we move on to round two with these two. All right, we've got Ravion Ravi versus Sean Heward Cassidy. Yeah. How old are you, kid? I'm like 13. Yeah. You're the same age as my daughter. You are not going to take me out that easily. We'll see about that, Gramps. Again, I'm not that. Whatever. Yeah, that checks out. Oh, gosh. Whoa! Oh my God. So we got the flick and took out Ravion's first stock pretty quickly, but then almost failed to recover, but then managed to recover just in time. So that was something. Ooh. Oh! Gets that second stock off of Ravion already. Still has all 3 of his. Good 3 stock. I mean, he's had a lot of damage, but it might be tricky for Ravion to get the kill on him. Although if he has to, well, there he goes. Still looking pretty heavily in Sean Heward Cassidy's favor, but NSD could change things. Oh, God. NSD could change things. Although, it's not looking likely right now. Racking up a lot of damage on Ravion, and Ravion just really hasn't gotten much damage. Oop. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what happens with what's happening with the characters just going red, and I think it looks like they're doing like their dash dance animation, but like in midair and in place.
Mhm.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening there, but it's resulted in a couple of them losing stocks.
Nice. Drunk AI.
Yeah, but with that, Sean Heward Cassidy 2-0s Ravion and moves on to the grand finals against Reese Equaron. I'm just gonna...
Ugh.
All right. All right. Well, let's move right along to grand finals, I suppose. We have in the grand finals, in one corner, playing for the Ward Watch, Reese Equaron, rather. She hasn't shortened to Ari Quaron yet. And in the other corner, facing off, representing Matrix Reinstated, Sean Heward Cassidy. We meet again. Memory serves me right. I 2-0'd you last time. I'd like to see if you've improved since then, and maybe I'll get that interview. Yeah, no, you're definitely not getting that interview. All right, round one. And as a reminder to everyone watching, because Reese Equaron has not lost yet, if she wins 2 rounds against Sean Heward Cassidy, she wins it all. If Sean Heward Cassidy manages to get a set on her, we will have a bracket reset, and they will go into another set, and whoever wins that set will be today's winner. And here's the interesting thing, because breaking the fourth wall a bit here, there will be like a lore. I will have like a lore thing to like make this happen, but because these two are both younger versions of characters that have already been in Smashurday Fight Live, we can have a proper championship match in Ultimate after this. So whoever wins this, their present day self will get to face off for the championship against Q. Of course, if Sean Heward Cassidy manages to win, this will be the third week in a row that that Matrix Reinstated has had a winner, because they won the doubles tournament with Champion Sex Bang and Ninja Brian before factions were officially formed, but like little behind the scenes, I specifically planned out that doubles tournament to have a team for each faction, because we had already planned on doing the factions at that point. We just had to set it up, and yeah, that doubles tournament was like the setup for it, essentially. So ooh, and both fighters are down to last stock. It's pretty even right now. And I know this isn't literally what happened, but what appeared to have happened just now is that Sean Heward Cassidy destroyed the camera with the whale move, which is funny. I love the idea of this pre-Mafia Sean Heward Cassidy just body slamming into a film camera and destroying it. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, and by missing the van with the whale, Reese Quarone takes round one. Why is this so not right at all? All right. All right. If you insist on not having that interview, I won't force you, but maybe someday. If not today, maybe someday. Depends on if you win or not, I guess. I'll give you that. Oh, I completely forgot about Teeter Totter Showdown at Teeter Totter Gulch. That's the other stage we haven't gotten yet today. Well, will we get either of the stages we haven't gotten today? Let's see. Nope. Well, there's still a chance. If Sean Heward Cassidy pulls out a win here, there's still a chance for us to see those stages we haven't seen yet today. Not that either of them are particularly good stages. One has quicksand and the other one has like a raising platform that can kill you if you don't get off it in time. Ooh, that was what a hit. Right now, a pretty solid damage advantage in Reese Quaron's favor. Although Sean Heward-Cassidy is still a heavy hitter and takes that first stock. Ooh, that's something. Oh, maybe he is literally destroying the camera with moves. I don't know. But back to even stocks. And ooh, and once again, there's a sizable lead as far as damage is concerned. But we'll see. They're now even stocks again. That camera, though, both cameras actually, both the film camera and like the picture camera that she has. Oh, and with that, Reese E. Quaron wins the tournament. All right. And with that, before I head over to Smash Ultimate to have a proper championship match, a little bit of a cutscene.
All right.
We see Stripe Prison Warden Garfield. He is Stripe Prison Warden Garfield is he's after losing the tournament, he went back to like the Stripe Prison. He's looking at the security cameras. And he sees something happening. He notices the walls of the prison cells starting to crumble. Oh no. I was worried this was going to happen, but I didn't think it was happening today. And he enters he comes to the arena where he sees Reese Quaron and Sean Heward-Cassidy having just finished their fight. As well as Teenage Tuck, who's reverted back to his, regular form. Guys, you three need to get out of here. What do you mean, us three? Why us three specifically? Because this world is about to be destroyed. What? And you three have... I have an associate who has informed me that you three have fates outside of this world, so you need to leave. Well, what about you? What about everyone else in the tournament? There's no time. Besides, I know you're the only one with the technology capable of escaping. I am? Remember the bracelet that was left around your wrist when you were a baby? How do you know about that? Don't ask. That will allow you to transport yourself to another world. A world where you'll be safe. All right. All right. I guess you have to go now. Do you have the bracelet on you? Yes, I do. Let me just press this button. And the bracelet starts to glow blue. Farewell. Just give me a sec here, because I had Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy in the Switch. So, there we go.
Ah.
All right. Oh, right. I forgot about this event. I'll have to take advantage of that to claim the evil evil Ryu spirit later, though. Not now. And since I don't have a specific one for since I don't have a specific champions rule set for Q yet, we'll just go with the cutscene rule set. And since this was his stage last time, we'll make it his stage this time. So we cut back to, obviously, present day. Q is working in his lab trying to repair the damage that was caused by the previous fight. Actually, wait. Hang on. Based on lore, that doesn't make sense. Okay, rewind. Suddenly, Q appears back in his lab. Along with Dan Avidan. Oh, wait. Hang on. All right, Dan Avidan's here, but I'm not going to show him yet because he's got a new thing that I forgot I did. But Dan's here. He's like, whoa, that was weird. Yes, weird how we got transported to an alternate universe and then didn't actually do anything in that tournament. We didn't actually show up in that alternate universe form. But it's fine. Now, you sit tight. Well, you said it was your future self that wore that suit, right? Yeah? Well, I think it's my fate to, make that for you. We'll work on that later. But for now, I sense someone may be coming. And indeed comes Ari Quaron. Hey, so I guess technically I won today's tournament, even though it was my younger self who did it. So, ready for the championship match? Yes, I suppose so. All right. And this is, of course, this is one match. So whoever wins this one round will be the champion. So will the championship be taken from Matrix Reinstated? Ooh. Pretty even in damage right now. Oh, and she has a final smash built up. If she can land that, that will be an easy stop. Oh, but she doesn't need it. Still, if she could actually use it, that would, give
Brawler.
some good damage.
You gotta get it off, like, right now.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, she does not. But Q did take her out before her meter ran out, so she's got a significant amount built up still. Q does have his built up backup, though.
He can get it off. He does not.
Yep.
Braun gets herself. That's it. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, GG.
Yep, he's down to his last stock. This is right now looking in Ari Quaron's favor, which I'm sure a certain someone will be happy about, and a certain real life someone will not. Ooh, but she's down to her last stock, and there's not a ton of damage on Q. Oh, this actually might be it. Yep, Q retains the championship title. And just But all right, so Q wins. Well, that was a good fight. I see your technology is more advanced than my own. What do you mean your own technology? You also an inventor? Well, I didn't used to be, but the gift was sort of bestowed upon me. I still don't know by whom, but having observed some of the goings-on of this tournament, I think I'm starting to figure it out. And as she walks away, Q notices that her glove starts to glow blue. Oh, great. Not another one. And that is the end of the tournament. Q remains champion. But we're not done yet. It's been a while. And to make up for the fact that we haven't gotten a chance to do this in quite a bit of time, we're going to I just realized a plot hole that I'm going to have to fix, but I think I already know how I'm going to fix it. It's fine. Let me just make sure I don't have any secret fighters I don't want to reveal yet. It's been a while since I've used this, but yeah, there's one technically, but yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna create not one, but two fighters today, since it's been a while since we've done this, because normally at the end of every Smashurday Fight Live stream we create a fighter, but it's been a while since we've created anything. So and the interesting thing is, to help sort of, now that we have this like these factions in place, to help spawn ideas for because Liam, I know you struggle with the character creation sometimes, but because of the factions in place, we have to create characters to align with specific factions. So that might help with some inspiration. So is there a particular faction, based on, what you know about the factions, that you'd like to create a character for?
Honestly, I barely know anything
So
about the factions.
So basically the rundown is, so there's the Pi faction, which is my faction, so characters that are aligned with me. There's And I did say that obviously Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater was an exception, but I did say that I would do mostly if leading up to the Miserable Movie Oscars, I would do mostly characters that are from Miserable Movie Monday films. I don't have to stick to that if we come up with a better idea. Hence, Phantom of the Summer Stock Theater. Mostly because I didn't know how the fuck I was gonna incorporate a character from the Miserable Movie Mondays out of those characters. But there's also Calendar's crew, which is characters that are aligned with Pavlin, aka Count Calendar. There's the Ward Watch, which is Dr. Watch's faction, consisting of her, characters who willingly work for her, and characters she's kidnapped. So that could literally be anyone. We could literally create any character for that, pretty much. There's Alex's faction, Vault of Glass, one of the main forces against Pavlin. There's Kostya's faction, Matrix Reinstated, who's also against Pavlin, but also sort of a rivalry with Alex's faction. There's Mike Wise House of Villains, which is the like good, the like Disney villains fighting for good. There is Low Rule Warriors, which is the Low Rule variant characters,
Right.
and A2, which is the animals for the ethical treatment of universes. So basically, any character that is an animal of sort could fit in there. So, with those in mind, do you have any character ideas that would fit for any particular faction?
Not off the top of my head.
I have.
The top of my head is very tired right now.
Okay. Well, there is one I can think to create right now. That you can brainstorm while I create this one. This is going to be a pretty simple one. I've got one in mind for Mike Weiss House of Villains that is going to be a heroic Disney villain that isn't transformed from a pre-existing fighter, but rather a completely, well, not completely original, but you know what I mean. I just need to get the right, there we go. Yeah, okay. Head shape's good, but I want the cheekbones. Oh, I also want that. Where's the hair? Where's the hair? What's this? I think it's that. Yeah, I think it's that. Let's do white for that. That'll be a nice. Or actually, yeah. Actually, nah, white. I think. Well, let's see which looks better overall. But I think I want to go with white. Oh, is it this one? I think it's these ones. Yeah, I think it's those that I wanted. we go. Wait. Da. Eyes. We want. There's well, I'll do the yellow. So that'll work. Yeah. And then nose stays the same. That's a little bit smaller. And red. Yeah. Red can stick. I can stick with red there. Let's see. Down there. And down. Yeah. All right. And we have white. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Next week's representative for Mike Wise' House of Villains. Beneficent. And gonna make her a gunner. Yep, dragon armor. And I don't think I want. Well, let's see how the horn is it the dragon helm? Is that what it's? Is it just called the dragon helm? Or let me see. No. Oh yeah, dragon helmet. Yeah, that works. To add a little more flair to it. I like that. All right. Give her charge blast, flame pillar. In a sec. And absorbing vortex. Once again, beneficent. That works. All right. So that's beneficent. Liam, did you come up with any ideas for characters you want to create, or no?
Like original characters?
I mean, it could be a pre-existing character. If you want, we have to figure out what faction we're going to put them in.
Yeah, that's the problem.
What are you thinking for a character?
Well, one that I did want to see in a tournament is Biggs from Final Fantasy Vii, who I am sending you a picture of right now.
All right, let me see that.
Both of his appearances.
Oh. Oh, wait. No, I've got it. That you've struck inspiration for me. You've struck inspiration.
All right.
We're going to do that, but not quite.
All right. Now looking at this again, I just realized that the character models from Final Fantasy VII kind of look just like low poly Mii's.
Yeah, a little bit.
Eventually, I kind of want to see Jesse as well. But I feel like that'd be too difficult at the moment. Also, I just realized that that Final Fantasy VII is making a Star Wars reference when they name two of the characters Biggs and Wedge.
Oh, yep, that's absolute. Yep, that is very Star Wars. Black. I'm going based on the picture, not knowing if there's like if someone's actually created a Mii of this guy or not. But you know that's fine. Green eyes. Nah, those green. Keep the default nose, but make it small. And actually side mouth, but also small. All right. So next week's Low Rule Warriors representative, Smalls.
God.
Look, you inspired me.
All right.
Is he just like what would make more sense for him?
Gunner.
Gunner?
Actually, wait. Okay, in the remake, he uses a gun. So.
All right.
And I don't think he even fights in the original. So I guess Gunner.
All right.
Thing is, I say Gunner, but all he has is a pistol.
That's fine. Well, we can make do.
Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse are all Gunners.
Yeah, ninja headband and. Hey, you know what? I haven't used the Saki outfit yet. Oh, that kind of works.
Any chance you can make it green?
No.
Okay.
It
is a pistol though.
Yeah, that's probably the closest we're gonna get to an accurate weapon for him.
Yeah.
Unless... No.
No.
I don't think there's another good. I mean,
unless you want to just give him Barrett's outfit.
Wait, actually, color scheme wise, Fox kind of works, but I'll have to explain the tail.
Tail.
Yeah, I'll have to explain the tail lore wise, but the color scheme works. Is the thing.
I don't want Biggs with the tail. Fine, whatever.
It actually like works well, so I'm going with it. Moveset. I'm gonna guess grenade launch would be most fitting for him, based on I don't know, or laser blaze, I guess.
There's a lot of grenades in Final Fantasy VII Remake, so.
So that or
yeah.
All right. Probably gunner missile or stealth burst.
I was gonna say stealth burst.
Okay.
Because one of his things is that he's stealthy.
All right.
That one doesn't really matter. My default is lunar launch.
All right.
You can do whatever you want.
Probably bomb drop.
That would just make him underpowered. That would make him lose immediately.
You never know with this.
You can if you want.
And also, he's small. I mean, which is the most fitting for the character? I don't know anything about this character.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Go for it. None of them really, but I can't hear it. You'll have to. He has a pretty low voice in the remake.
How's that?
Yeah,
sound? All right. All right, cool. So, in next week's tournament, we will have Beneficent, Smalls, and 6 other combatants. So, get ready to learn what the deal with Smalls is next week. And as always, don't have a good day. Have a great day.